Okay, did we lose the fucking video? Let's see. No, I bet I got it. No record bits on the F. Yeah, there's a lot in that folder. I've never seen this take that long before. I gotta get rid of it. So, yeah. So, hey, I got it. Yeah. So, 112 through 16 should be deleted. Yes. Nice. All right.
Sports entertainment was coming to it.
I gotta make sure that my oh yeah. Uh-huh. Twitch, live stream, edit, dismiss, offline, reload. Dismiss, go.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Edit. Public. Done. 113. Save. Nightingale. 13 on strict save. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. I had I disconnected my camera by mistake, which caused the problem. You're probably doing a video right now, or sorry, commercial right now, but that's all right. So. Okay, sorry about that. I got disconnected. There we go. So, okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. So.
A close. He was able to generate excitement for a few more years when he teamed up with WWF's second biggest talent, Macho Man Randy Savage, to form the Mega Powers. The legendary tag team was a fan-favorite partnership built on mutual respect after Hogan saved Savage from a beatdown, leading to their iconic handshake that symbolized their unity. But in the early 90s, the tides began to turn against Hogan and wrestling as a whole, as Vince McMahon and the WWF were being investigated for the rampant steroid usage throughout the business.
One of these little dudes out there that's been training, saying his prayers, and eating his vitamins, someday he's gonna knock me off.
He is the king of the ring, but
He's just saying his prayer and eating his vitamins.
many former wrestlers say it wasn't prayers and vitamins that made Hulk Hogan a giant in the eyes of kids.
Yeah, it was vitamins, some of it.
Personally have injected Hulk Hogan with anabolic steroids.
Did the biggest star in pro wrestling get to the top by using
Does it matter? Wrestling isn't a real sport.
dangerous drugs?
Although wrestling is scripted, to say that it's fake is definitely disrespectful. It's no secret that wrestlers regularly
But it is fake. It's fake. How is this not fake? This is fake. I mean, this is fake. Look how cute they are. Oh, look, he's almost got his hand on his bottom. Oh, they should kiss.
face extreme physical demands, and
It's so sexy. Look at all that hot man beef all mired up on top of each other. Just like 1,000 pounds a dude.
during injuries and chronic pain due to the rigorous
Could pay me to touch a man like this.
nature of their
Especially not with my clothes on. That's not happening.
back-breaking profession. The combination
Gotta kind of wonder how.
of intense training, frequent matches, and the expectation to maintain peak performance levels, it leaves little time for proper recovery. And as a result, illicit substances are sometimes
something that when you look at their physiques, I always wondered about this. I think this is a steroids
matches
thing.
and the expectation to maintain.
But notice how they don't have, like, they don't have breasts. their chests are so flat from bodybuilding because of the steroids that they're like every man has a chest. These guys don't have chests. They're completely flat like a board because it's all muscle and bone. That's all that's there. There's no like, you know, there's no fat to be seen really. It's just all steroided muscle. And that's a really weird look to me when you look at their chests and it's just this flat thing with a couple of nipples. See it? Fucking weird. His nipples don't even really seem to be there. See, they're like these little like things.
Maintain peak performance levels. It leaves little time for proper
steroid chest
recovery, and as a result, illicit substances are sometimes misused as a quick solution.
Reminds me of when Stewie has to suck on the nipple.
To manage
It turns out to be Peter Griffin.
pain, allowing athletes to continue competing. Not to mention the aesthetic benefits. The bigger, stronger, and more muscular you looked, the more potential you had to become a star. The number of pills that were being handed out at the WWE at the time was mind-boggling. Following the increasingly thorough coverage of adverse effects, steroids were prohibited in the United States after the passing of the Anabolic Control Act of 1990.
Here, have some cocaine, have some steroids, have some heroin, have some hookers. Steroids and hookers and cocaine for everybody.
Meaning trafficking
fucking men.
Steroids is handled
fucking men. And I'm a man. I'm just as much a man as them. I'm more of a man than them, I think. It's weird. I don't live in the realm of the body physical, you know? I live on all the realms. These guys live in the realm of the physical.
Similarly to trafficking.
It's why their business deals suck so bad, is they're not very good at business. They're all physical dudes. You know?
Cocaine or LSD. As the act went in.
Okay, cool. Please do not mix cocaine and LSD. That is basically like liquid dynamite put into a drug and then introduced into the wild. You're gonna end up like on the train tracks somewhere with a girl tied up or something. It's insane. You're just no. Do not do acid and cocaine at the same fucking time. Don't do that. No. I used to know some ravers used to do that. Trust me, it doesn't end well. They get too pale, too skinny, too fucking sick. Like really sick, and it lasts like 48 hours, and it does damage to their brains and stuff. Do not mix cocaine and acid. Do not mix anything with acid, really. Maybe tobacco, orange juice. No, you just don't need anything more than acid. You don't need chocolate or anything else like that. You don't need anything else. Just acid. No, nothing else. No cocaine. Maybe some tobacco, that'd be okay. I think tobacco's okay. Don't touch, tobacco and weed, like smoking is okay, tobacco and weed. Anything else? No. Don't mix acid with anything else. Nothing else. No. Definitely do not ever mix psychedelics. Then you're gonna break your mind. I've done it enough to know.
Into full effect, the athletic industry as a whole.
Yeah. I think that's my greatest fear, is breaking your mind on the weave, That's my biggest fear. Breaking your mind on the weave. Going somewhere like 6-7 drugs or something like that, acid and shrooms at the same time or something, and you just don't come back. You just go out on that trip and you go 23 hours or something, and then you just don't come back. You break your mind. Do not mix acid and cocaine. Trust me, I've never seen it happen to anybody before, but I'm fairly sure it does happen. I'm fairly sure it does. I'm fairly sure it breaks your mind. Do not mix cocaine and acid. No. I mean, cocaine is not really that scary. Say, if you really want your acid fucking bad trip to be on cocaine, mix acid and cocaine. But I mean, what if you have a bad trip? Then you're having a bad trip on cocaine. It's just a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. No acid and cocaine. No, 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 no. Not at the same time. I mean, yeah, at the same time. Actually, honestly, yeah. So if you're gonna do acid and cocaine, just go for the gold. At that point, you're gonna need tobacco, nicotine, LSD, ecstasy, methamphetamine, cocaine, barbiturates, and a Valium, and chase the dragon. Black tar heroin. No, not black tar. Pure heroin if you can get it. Okay, if you do like a hit. I'm talking like one hit of acid, one hit of acid. And then you do all 9 of those other drugs. You can mix. You can't do 4 hits of acid and any of the rest of those. Yeah, I mean, tobacco and weed, it just kills the whole table. Off the table, in my opinion. If you value your mind, yeah, just off the table, off the fucking table. It's off the table. It's not there anymore. Like your mind, it's gone. It's off the table. Yeah, you can mix all of those drugs, no problem. I've done it tons, but only little amounts. And if you're gonna do something, like a lot of something, have it be marijuana. Don't have it be the acid. Don't have it be the cocaine. Don't do a lot of acid or a lot of cocaine and anything else. I mean, honestly, you don't mix a lot of cocaine with anything really, especially not downers. Don't mix a lot of cocaine with downers. You'll just puke up. So yeah, don't mix these things. You're not gonzo. You're fucking stupid. Don't mix steroids and cocaine and ecstasy and fucking like barbiturates and fucking, like Xanax and stuff. Don't mix all of those things unless you know what you're doing. You're not smart. And honestly, you could break your mind on the weave with just acid and cocaine. If you were to blow I don't know, 2 grams of cocaine and then and smoke some of it too. I'm talking about smoke some cocaine and then fucking do some lines and stuff. Yeah, maybe even shoot it, and then you do 4 hits of acid. You're gonna have the worst day of your fucking life. Even if the trip's good, it's gonna take you. Yeah, it's probably fun the whole day that you're doing it. Body and your spirit afterwards, I don't know. You're gonna experience the worst dregs of the worst drugs and the hardest hitting down, coming downs that there are, all at the same time, which is why it's okay to mix 10 drugs in a very small amount of each, as opposed to 4 hits of acid and anything else. It's sort of weird. You do 4 hits of acid. Just stay on the acid. Maybe a line. A line, and you're okay. A line, you're probably okay. Don't blow the sack. If you blow the sack and you've done 4 hits of acid, you're just gonna have a bad time. And you hear these crazy things as these crazy people say them.
Was being viewed.
And you're just like, oh, no wonder Hulkmania was as insane as he is.
Through a different line.
Because I could see it. Yeah, I could see a bunch of acid and cocaine making Hulk Hogan who he is. Well, and especially if you mix it with steroids and coffee and steak and I don't know. They probably did all kinds of things for him, like steam baths and stuff. What did they do for him? They probably did anything they could to keep that body clean.
Lens.
Not clean, but fucking in shape.
Because performance-enhancing drugs took away from the fairness of the game.
I disagree. Who the fuck cares? I don't care about that. There's still the same human fighting. I think everybody does this. It's weird. It's like once one of you did it. God damn it! You keep fucking up here. Once one human does all that stuff, and then all the other monkeys start doing it. At that point, once you catch one of them blood doping or whatever, then the legitimacy is just out of the window. At that point, just waive the rule and let them go at it steroids. Let them do it. Let them push themselves as far as they can go. I think it would be interesting to see. They're athletes. What the fuck else are they doing? Honestly. As far as things go, you know, I don't really see like how steroids are that bad. They're bad. It's a terrible drug. It's addictive, and it's, you know, but it, you know, but mainly it just makes your body better. You know, I don't know if that's really that bad. They shouldn't be doing it as much as they did. You know, they should be under the eyes of doctors and done. Oh no! Oh no! Am I dead? Yeah, I'm probably dead. That's okay. Duck.
Warp drive.
Oh, I am warping. Yeah. Don't kill my thing. Don't kill my thing. I didn't get it. I didn't get it in time. I got caught on the asteroid. No.
Drive active.
Oh, you dick. I hate you. You're so annoying. He popped it. He popped it. That fucking asshole. What? You don't deserve the game. Oops. Wait, no. But, Why did I get caught in the asteroid? No. Oh, I lost $1 million ISK. Oh. I'll just have to buy 4,000 more ventures or whatever.
But wrestling is an interesting point of contention because the matches were scripted and pre-planned. Therefore, it's kind of impossible to have an unfair competitive edge. There was a doctor that would meet us in Hershey Park, and he walked in with 6 or 7 suitcases full of pills and steroids.
It's an American. They destroyed everything that they touched. Is it a surprise? It's a piece of shit primetime. It's an American.
That was a big foul
Taking the mats away from the entire server. It's an American.
up because you could go in there and ask him for Valium, Halcyon, steroids, pain pills, whatever your heart desired. And that alleged doctor was George T. Zahorian, who got a job as a ringside doctor for the WWF in 1984. 5 years later, the FBI started quietly investigating the doctor's questionable business practices. The feds subpoenaed Zahorian's FedEx records, uncovering regular shipments to Vince McMahon, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, and other wrestlers on Vince's payroll.
Roddy Piper.
And this
I
was
love
enough
Roddy
evidence
Piper.
to indict Zahorian on
Forgot Roddy Piper was up
15
there, yeah.
counts of distributing controlled substances.
And all of a sudden, there would be a line that would form to see Dr. Zaharian. Well,
All these wrestlers show up.
after a while, it was known by everyone what was going on. It's all these guys
Yeah, you're not hiding it.
were getting their stuff.
They lined up
Absolutely lined up.
to get steroids.
Yeah, sure.
Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Rick the Model Martel, Dangerous Dan Spivey, and Flying Brian Blair were all
Flying
subpoenaed to
Brian
testify
Blair.
at the trial. They all appeared, except for Hogan, who was excused, even though Dr. Zahorian stated that he had known and successfully treated him for a serious steroid abuse problem.
Hogan went to the media to set the record straight that he has used steroids, but never abused them.
So basically, I was insulted when basically the inferences or the speculation said, well, all you gotta do is take a pill or take a shot in the butt every day to get to look like Hulk Hogan. And basically, I've trained 20 years. I'm 38, 37. I'll be 38 in a couple months. Oh my God, why did I say that? But I've trained 20 years, 2 hours a day to look like I do. But the things that I am not is I'm not a steroid abuser, and I do not use steroids. But there's a situation where steroids,
Look at him lie.
Hulk Hogan, and my private physicians have something all in common, and these are the situations. When I first won the world title in '83, I was wrestling almost 300 days a year, and on 2 or 3 different occasions, I got hurt in the ring. I had to make a decision of going into surgery, have my back, my deltoid, my bicep cut and reattached with staples.
I believe him about this. Yeah, this part of it, I believe him. And steroids is what you do. That's what the doctors are giving them to you.
Or do the sports therapy route. And if I was to get cut on with a knife and all this type of thing, basically I'd be in a sling, and a year later, well, we don't know what's going to happen to your career. And at that time, I didn't have any money. So basically, I made the right decision. And that sports therapy involved prescription drugs by my physician that I trusted, legal prescription drugs. And those involved basic anti-inflammatories and synthetic male hormone, which is a form of a steroid.
Right.
And on 3 different occasions, I had the same type muscle injuries. That is the extent of Hulk Hogan's steroid use.
His story seems
Nope, lies.
believable, but his stuttering and pattern of lying about small
No. You can see right there. You can see it. They always do this. There's a mark of a liar. We talk about this on the stream a lot. There's a mark of a liar, right? It's
Occasions I had the same type muscle.
there. It is. Now he's random accessing. You can see his eyes drawing through files as he tells a fib. Now watch. You're gonna see the sign of the actual random access here. See it?
That is the
There it is. There it is. See him? See him? He's looking to the left. He's random accessing the lie.
extent of Hulk Hogan's steroid use.
Yeah. Oh, no.
His story
No.
seems believable, but his stuttering and pattern
Lies.
of lying about small details in his life made people think that this was just another tale. And they were right, because in 1994 he testified in court detailing nearly 14 years of steroid abuse. Mr. Balea said that steroid use was fairly common among wrestlers. He said he would call Mr. McMahon's executive secretary and ask her to place an order for me with Dr. Zahorian, but he believed it was legal because he had a prescription for it. Zahorian was ultimately found guilty for providing steroids to countless athletes, but Vince McMahon was acquitted of these charges because they didn't have enough evidence to prove that he was involved in these transactions or that he was forcing wrestlers to take steroids. Maven, who was an active WWE wrestler from 2001 to 2005, said that steroid use in the company did not change after this trial.
What percentage of the wrestlers do you think were taking steroids during this time? 100%?
Nah, I'd say it was probably, I'd say 85 or 90. Easy.
Right. They're not drug testing because it's not an actual sport.
No, they drug tested us.
They drug tested you?
Absolutely.
Really?
Here's how it happened. I still remember getting called into the office and pulling up a piece of paper and going, Maven, you popped positive on Winstrol, Deca, a little bit of marijuana, and some painkillers. Don't let it become a habit.
That was that.
And out the door I went. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a different world.
So they knew about it, they just didn't care.
Regardless, after the trial, Hogan's reputation to the public was tarnished.
They're looking for cocaine and heroin. If you don't have that, then
It didn't quite hit the same to portray him as this illustrious American hero inside the ring. Vince McMahon said his career was finished, and the WWF needed younger, fresher, and edgier talent to maintain interest in the sport. Hogan left professional wrestling to pursue a career in film and television. He already had a few movie roles at this point, such as Rip in No Holds Barred and Shep Ramsey in Suburban Commando, but in 1993 we saw his next big motion picture,
Mr. Nanny. Yes. I remember Mr. Nanny.
This film was about a former professional wrestler
Oh my god.
who was hired to be the nanny for a couple of bratty kids.
Now, he's got to bring them back, because he's not just a babysitter.
Were abysmal box office failures, but lucky for him, he was being scouted by one of the WWF's biggest competitors, World Championship Wrestling, and they were going to save his career. WCW's executive vice president, Eric Bischoff, declared open war on the WWF and used financial backing from Ted Turner to aggressively recruit and sign former high-profile WWF wrestlers such as Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, and Dusty Rhodes. But they knew Hulk Hogan would drastically increase their visibility, and in 1994, he signed with WCW.
I told ya! Hulkamania was gonna run wild in the WCW, brother! Look at all the Hulkamaniacs!
Bischoff offered Hogan total creative control over his character, in addition to a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract at a time where just a few of the top wrestlers were maybe receiving around $1 million a year. Giving this much power to Hogan would eventually be the demise of the brand. While Hogan has denied ever using his creative control in the WCW, former employees have claimed otherwise. Apparently, at the Bash at the Beach match in 1994, legendary wrestling writer Vince Russo Russo wrote that Hogan was going to lose his match to Ric Flair, to which Hogan initially agreed with, but then allegedly changed his mind at the last minute. Hogan's attorney sent a fax to WCW's office after the closing hours on Friday. The pay-per-view is Sunday. Sends the fax to the office after closing hours stating Hulk Hogan was going to play his creative control card and was not going to do what was written. Friday after the office closes and everybody is on their way to the bash at the beach, so nobody saw this fax prior to the show. Russo's recollection seems to make sense because in the final moments of the match, Ric Flair is seen hitting Hogan, to which Hogan is not reacting, only for him to put his finishing move on Flair and pin him for the title. This is one small example of what many believe to be Hogan's abuse of power in the WCW, a man who is so enthralled in his own ego that he believes his character and persona is more important than the entire 80-man roster. He even scripted himself to beat every top wrestler on the roster and made himself the champion for 469 days, the longest in WCW history. Or maybe he's just that dominant. Likely sensing that the people were tired of the Hulkamania shtick for the past 2 decades, he finally turned heel, which is a wrestling term for becoming an anti-hero or villain. He formed the legendary trio New World Order or NWO alongside Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. He dropped the bright yellow and red and opted for all black. He even dyed his beard black. NWO was a drastic change not just for Hogan, but all of wrestling. The gritty anti-establishment and gang-like persona brought attitude to wrestling, removing the glitz and glam of the heroic athletes of the 80s. They were selling millions of dollars in merchandise and genuinely stealing viewership from the WWF. Hogan's vision for NWO nearly put WCW in the #1 spot, but then, many believe Hogan drove it into the ground. Everything that has a meteoric rise needs to fall, whether it be in the real world or scripted television. But Hogan did not want the NWO to fall, and many have accused him of never passing the torch. He seemingly never wanted to let anyone beat him, which does add up considering he only has 14 clean losses in his entire wrestling career. Instead of scripting the downfall of NWO when it got stale, they did the opposite. They expanded, making the once tight-knit anti-establishment.
Some people can't handle losing. I think I've got to go drop my load. What is in this ship?
Establishment crew seemed like a bloated club that anyone could join. Then they relentlessly pursued this confusing storyline where there was a division within NWO where Hogan was the leader of NWO Hollywood and Kevin Nash was the head of NWO Wolfpack. And then the entirety of WCW storylines were centered around this uninteresting internal battle of a gang. Many speculate that it was all just Hogan trying to keep the entirety of WCW around his brand. brand. And to make it worse for them, the WWF developed some of the most electrifying and entertaining characters and storylines in the late 90s, with legends like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, The Undertaker, and many more. But the WCW's credibility was permanently damaged after the infamous incident called the Finger of Doom. They heavily marketed and hyped up the incredible battle of Hogan versus Nash for the World Heavyweight title. Two anti-heroes who created a movement and now were fighting to decide who gets control of the whole thing. The match began and Hogan gave a light poke to Nash's chest, then he pinned him, and they get up and hug, laughing in the faces of viewers for thinking that NWO could be divided. They thought this would make them look just as badass and anti-establishment when they debuted in 1996, but it did the opposite. Fans thought it was pathetic, bad storytelling, and just boring, and the WWF took over. And yet, even after ratings were in the toilet, that still did not stop Hulk from abusing his creative control. Hogan was scheduled to challenge Jeff Jarrett for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. However, before the match, Hogan was involved in a backstage dispute with scriptwriter Vince Russo. While Russo wanted Jarrett to come out on top, Hogan wanted the title for himself, which resulted in one of the few moments when a wrestler intentionally and obviously went off script. Russo instructed Jarrett to walk in the ring, lie down, not fight back, and let Hogan pin him to become the world champion. In the past, Hogan had forced many wrestlers to metaphorically lie down for him, but he was shocked when someone so blatantly did it in front of the entire world. And after Hogan left the ring with the title, Russo returned to express what just happened, and this wasn't scripted. He was telling the truth.
All day long, I'm playing politics with Hulk Hogan because Hulk Hogan tonight wants to play his creative control card. And to Hulk Hogan, that meant that tonight in the middle of this ring, when he knew it was bullshit, he beats Jeff Jarrett. Well, guess what? Hogan got his wish. Hogan got his belt and he went the hell home, and I promise everybody else I'll go in the goddamn grave. You will never see that piece of shit again.
And after that moment, Hogan was never seen in the WCW ever again.
Wow.
After Russo's rant, the fans realized just how much control Hogan had. He could decide what would happen with his own character and everyone else's, without anyone being able to stop him. In response to this rant, Hogan filed a defamation lawsuit against Russo, but he had absolutely no case whatsoever, and it was dismissed in 2002. Hogan's creative control became such a widely discussed issue that a long-standing meme holds in the wrestling community, quoting Hogan as saying, "That's not gonna work for me, brother." And although we don't know for certain he ever said this, it seems extremely likely. In February of 2002, Hogan made his return to the WWF as a heel at the No Way Out pay-per-view. He showed up as the leader of the original NWO with Hall and Nash, as the three immediately started causing problems with the company's top superstars, The Rock and Stone Cold. The Rock challenged Hollywood Hogan to a match at WrestleMania 18, billed Icon vs. Icon, and put on one of the greatest matches in WWE history. And to many people's surprise, Hulk Hogan actually lost. The crowd in Toronto's Skydome overwhelmingly supported Hogan, creating an electric and unpredictable atmosphere. He received a standing ovation, and this would have been the perfect time to retire. This was his chance to pass the torch, respectfully and humbly take a loss, and gracefully bow out. He was 50 years old, a questionable businessman, but undeniably a legend. Plus, he simply did not fit in with the New Age wrestlers, but instead, he hung around and had a very lackluster exit from the company. Hogan fought the likes of Kurt Angle, teamed up with Edge to capture the Tag Team Championship, helped elevate in newcomer Brock Lesnar, and even went toe-to-toe with Vince McMahon at WrestleMania 19, where the two old guys actually put on a pretty good match. From there, Hogan had a stint where he wrestled as a masked superhero called Mr. America, who loosely resembled Captain America. Mr. America was seemingly an alter ego, as he used the same entrance theme, signature gestures, moves, and phrases as Hogan, despite repeatedly denying being Hulk Hogan. This storyline was terrible. During his last appearance on SmackDown, Mr. America unmasked to show the fans he was indeed Hogan, putting his finger on his lips and telling the fans to keep quiet, as if they didn't already know. It was later revealed that Hogan was just unhappy with his salary at the time and quit. But while Hogan's wrestling career was starting to slow down, the buzz surrounding his personal life was just picking up. His first major success outside of wrestling came in 2005 with the launch of his VH1 reality TV show, Hogan Knows Best. Which
Hogan
can we
Knows
all
Best.
acknowledge that the
No,
name
he
of
doesn't.
this show
No, he
couldn't
doesn't.
be any more obviously made up by Terry himself. Although the early 2000s were famous for giving every random celebrity or family their own TV show, there were a few diamonds in the rough. Considering Hogan Knows Best ran for 4 seasons, also producing a 2-season spin-off for his daughter called Brooke Knows Best, it's safe to say that the fans liked it. It's also safe to say that this show led to the destruction of Hogan's family. Perhaps Terry needed to exist in a scripted environment since he spent the last 30 years working with Vince McMahon and teams of writers controlling his words and outcomes.
Oh no,
Reality
he was addicted
TV
to it.
operates the same exact way, where their daily lives and conversations are portrayed as this found footage caught.
Yeah, it's like, I need the cameras, damn it, I need them. I need the money, I need the cameras. No, I do, I need the camera, I need it. I'm sorry, I need the camera, I need it. I need the camera, I don't care if anybody watches, I just need the camera. It sucks, I needed it today. I did real life streaming for the first time today just because I need the camera. It's so fucking bad I can't stop it. I mean, it's just the truth. It sucks. I need the camera. I like the camera.
On camera type reality.
Yeah, I can relate to this. This sucks.
When it's all produced.
Yeah, I would definitely televise an Ace Family type television show if I could find the right woman. And I would just breed her, knock her up 5 times or whatever, breed the kid, or not breed the kid, but not breed the kids, but breed some kid. Sounds how bad, however I say it. Have some kids is a better way to say it. Have some kids and put them on camera and raise them up in front of the cameras and be like, you know, like what's that one? Duck Dynasty. I would love to do Duck Dynasty. Duck Dynasty, you know? Why not? I love Duck Dynasty. It's like one of my favorite shows. It's such a weird right-wing show. I couldn't stand a single thing any of them was saying most of the time. But I love that show. It has such good feel to it. It has family, and they're just living in a house, and they're like out and about in the town, and you know, they go to like, you know, picnics and, you know, barbecues, and they, you know, they talk on the couch or they make their duck calls and stuff. And it's just, you know, it's a simple little, what is that? Bama something? I don't know where they're from, but, yeah, or was, no, they were, well, yeah, where are they from? Is that, I can't think of the name. It's, Louisiana, aren't they? I think so. They're like Louisiana duck hunters, aren't they? But anyways, yeah. And yeah, I could see that. Or Ace Family. I could easily see doing Ace Family where I just, you know, raise the family in front of the camera. I actually would really love to do that. It's stupid, but I do. Now, is that going to happen? Probably not. It probably good, too, because I, you know, kind of have a bad past. But I don't see why I can't do that. It's not against the law.
Coming up with storylines and feeding people information to create drama and interest. His kids are portrayed as lazy and incompetent, very stereotypical rich kids living the high life with their dad's millions. His daughter, Brooke, is an aspiring singer and songwriter, trying to capitalize on the blonde bombshell aesthetic pioneered by Britney Spears. Unfortunately, she just made horrible music, so it didn't really work out. His son, Nick.
You mean she cut a bunch of albums that people probably bought because they wanted to see who she was. She had a television show, so she's rich. You know, she probably made like $20-30 million off of that. And
autopilot engaged.
Hey, what's going on here? Can you go to where I asked you to go, or where am I now? Wait, oh, wait, no, stop.
Autopilot disengaged.
No, I want you to go here. Start cutting steps.
Autopilot Engaged.
Seems to be in the process of discovering who he is, what he's interested in, and what type of career he wants to pursue.
And that's extremely successful. When you have your own television show and you've got your own albums, even if people bought them just to see if they were flops, it's still like you're successful, though.
Too. Tragically, one night in 2006.
Which is something that, you know, something that I would say about wrestling. Wrestling kind of flops sometimes. But I mean, the people who did it got rich, and that's something you can say about Hulk is he everything he got, he worked very hard for. And his daughter is no different. Even if that stuff was schlocky and nobody liked it or whatever, people did like it. But I mean, like, you know, but nobody like stayed with it, and it didn't have staying power. It's still.
Docking not possible.
No.
Docking not possible.
What?
Docking not possible.
Why is docking not possible?
Docking not possible. Docking not possible. Docking not possible. Docking not possible. Jump gate. Morning Star. Autopilot. Engaged. Autopilot. Disengaged. Docking not possible.
Why is docking not possible? Are we glitched or what? Oh God, I wasn't ready. Why is there a bear in here? The fuck is a bear doing here? Oh my God. There are so many mobs. Oh, swing, 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 swing. Why is there a bear here? Is he real? Yeah, he's real. Oh, come on, hurry up. Come help me. Where are you? You're like far, far away. You should come help me. The fuck are you doing? Hurry up. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck, I didn't make it. Did you get up? You didn't get up. Oh, my God. Whatever, I got a lot of loot. So why can't I land in my own station or whatever?
Headquarters.
Talking not possible. Oh. What are you doing, Kate? Why do you spawn mobs right here and why do they run away? It's stupid. Let's go. Fucking annoying. What's... Oh, shit. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Wedged! God damn. Wedging! Ah. Why do I have to hit them 45 times and they have to hit me once? Get your balance in order, you piece of shit developers. Come on, man. Bullet sponge does not equal balance. I own this, but I can't land on it because it's glitched or something. Is he attacking me again? Go! The one-shots, man. Come on, man. Every game I play, your one-shots are fucking horrible. Fucking horrible like you, developer. Fucking horrible like you. Bad like you. Why are these guys spawning on me? Why are you allowed to hit like that? Why are you doing my entire bar? God damn it, man.
Docking not possible.
I used to be able to fly a lot longer than this. What changed? Is it because I'm tired or something? I think it is. I did die a bunch of times in there, and I think I'm tired. Oh no, are they coming here? Yeah, they are. These townsfolk are worthless. Fuck! Now we're gonna destroy my house. These fucking townsfolk are worthless. Oh, damn it. Oh, good. They didn't destroy boxes. They just destroyed... Oh. Fucking assholes. I think lossless scaling is causing problems for my computer. I'm gonna turn it off.
7, just 16 days after his 4th speeding ticket in 11 months, the 17-year-old was street racing in his Toyota Supra at top speeds before fishtailing and crashing into a tree. Next passenger, 22-year-old.
Ah, damn, I'm just gonna restart my fucking computer.